The staff of the upcoming Final Fantasy XVI reveals how long it will take for players to beat the game's main story, along with accounting for extra content. The game's producer, Naoki Yoshida, also known by his nickname Yoshi P, has been talking about the greatly anticipated game as its release date draws closer. Yoshida has clarified a number of details about the game, such as Final Fantasy XVI's combat, the demo, and now the average length of one playthrough for most players. The next entry in the enduringly popular RPG franchise is one of the most highly anticipated releases this June, alongside other releases like Capcom's Street Fighter VI. It will feature several reinterpretations of classic elements from the franchise, such as the elemental crystals, icon summons, with this game taking a more mature and dark approach to storytelling in comparison. In a recent interview with Famitsu, director Hiroshi Takai and producer Yoshida reveal how much content players will have to contend with, along with an average length of one playthrough. When Famitsu asked how long it's expected to take to beat Final Fantasy XVI, Takai confirms that beating the main story of the game will take roughly around 35 hours. He notes that players who take detours and explore the side content might see their playtime be doubled. Yoshida adds that seeing 100% completion, including cutscenes, upgrades, and more will take between 70 to 80 hours. The original length of the main story was expected to be roughly 20 hours before this number increased in development. According to Yoshida, the number of cutscenes in Final Fantasy XVI will have a runtime of 11 hours alone for the main story. This figure, however, doesn't include any cutscenes that can be encountered when a player engages in a side activity, meaning that the length of these cutscenes could be greater than anticipated. Between 35 hours of total playtime with 11 hours of cutscenes, players can expect at least about 30% of their journey to be watching the story unfold. In comparison to past mainline Final Fantasy games released, the number seems to be around the same average as most mainline games. According to the HowLongToBat.com website, players can beat the main story of games like Final Fantasy IX, Final Fantasy XV, or Final Fantasy VII Remake within 30-40 hours, while completionist playthroughs take as long as 80,100 hours. Final Fantasy XVI seems to be following the same trend in its playthrough length. Final Fantasy XVI will launch on June 22nd, exclusively for PS5. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and support my channel.